It's that time for the Friday Business Report with Miro Kopik with SDSU and Bottom Line Marketing. Welcome.
Thank you.
So this week, San Diego has an international spotlight thanks to Comic-Con. And thanks to a contract renewal, we'll have Comic-Con until 2024. So is there really like an economic benefit for San Diego keeping this major convention?
There's a huge benefit for San Diego. First of all, this is by far the largest convention that San Diego hosts. It brings in 135,000 people. There's $150 million in overall economic benefit. The city itself, just from sales tax and hotel tax, receives over $3 million. But more importantly, this really elevates the prestige of San Diego with a true international event. So not only are there 135,000 people, but from 80 different countries, there's going to be 2,500 press from 30 different countries. So not only are they going to talk about the fun and excitement around Comic-Con, but also about the city of San Diego, which elevates our prestige for prospective tourists, people who want to live here, people who want to work here. It's a big showcase for the city of San Diego and one that we shouldn't be losing. And the extension was really important. It's really contingent on the vote for the convention center expansion with the increase in hotel tax in the spring of 2020. And that's the city is banking on this because Comic-Con, they love San Diego because this is their 50th anniversary, and they do it for nostalgia because it was founded here. But at some point, the profit motive will win out. And if we don't get that resolved in 2024, it's going to be in LA, Orange County.
And despite having Comic-Con, a recent study showed that San Diego is no longer in the top 5 of top destinations for conventions or business meetings. So how big is this convention industry, and which cities are doing it better?
You know, it's an interesting study that came out. It's kind of a little bit of a false positive. San Diego is number 7. It fell from number 5 to number 7. No other California city has cracked the top 10. And we're ahead of cities like New York, Miami, and Washington, D.C. So we're in a good place. The way the study is conducted is that it has 3 parts. One is how many leads do meeting planners receive for a convention request. So for example, the 2 cities that went ahead of us, Dallas and Nashville, those are inexpensive cities. They have great facilities. They're hubs for airlines. A lot of meeting planners will request proposals from the city of Dallas or the city of Nashville. The other 2 components are the number of conventions that we have and the number of attendees. And there, San Diego does extraordinarily well. We have over 130 conventions. We have 750,000 attendees. Hotels in the last year, both their occupancy rates have increased, so more people are coming, and they're spending more. Their average daily value, what the hotels bring in per visitor, has increased. So San Diego's doing actually pretty well in the study. It's just that if you think about, we may not be getting as many requests because we're an expensive city.
So no need to panic.
No need to panic.
So this week was Amazon Prime Day, which has become a huge shopping day. It is actually bigger than both Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined. I missed out, and I'm wondering, is there any benefit to actually shopping on Amazon Prime Day?
There is. What's interesting is that in American retail, retailers have never figured out what happens after Father's Day and up to back to school. It's a pretty dead period for retailers, and Amazon is kind of focused on this one window to create excitement around retail. Amazon Prime Day is over 175 million items were bought over this 48-hour window. So this is a big deal for Amazon, but more importantly for Amazon is they get Prime members. Over 50% of all Americans are Prime members. This is after Amazon increased the price of the Prime membership from $99 last year to $119 this year. So people see the value because of one-day shipping, because of the television programming they could see, the audio they could hear, and the number of deals is huge. But the positive for this for overall retail is Amazon's Prime Day has lifted all boats. Big retailers like Target, Walmart, Macy's saw their online sales increase over 65%. And even smaller retailers saw an increase in online sales of 30%. So even though Amazon's a big beneficiary, and like you said, the sales are bigger than Cyber Monday and Black Friday combined for Amazon, every retailer has benefited during a really dead period. So I think it's a big win for the consumers getting better deals, and it helps the retailer's bottom line as well.
And so even with the membership fee, is it still a deal once you factor that in?
It's a huge deal because not only are you getting a good value from Amazon. The other retailers are offering the same one-day shipping as well. So wherever you buy, it's going to be a good deal for the consumer. And if you shop more than a handful of times on Amazon, just for the shipping fees, it basically pays for themselves. And if you have, say, Netflix, and you're paying $8 or $9 or $10 a month for Netflix, all of a sudden that's the cost of the entire Amazon Prime membership. So you're getting a fairly decent value for the money, and I think that's generally good for the consumer.
So those of us that missed out on Amazon Prime Day will have to wait until Black Friday?
No, Amazon does stuff all the time. Back to school will be another big window, but Black Friday would be extra big for consumers.
So that wraps it up for this week's Friday Business Report. Thanks so much, Miro.
Thanks, Ebony.